Hi everyone, it's Shayla here and I'm coming at you with another video. So this video is a little bit different. It's going to be an informative video on how to become a notary public here in Atlanta. I've gone through the process, so I'm going to give you step-by-step, fully detailed explanation of how I did everything, where I went, the cost of everything, and I'm also going to put up a split screen so you can navigate through the webpage with me. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and so don't mind me, I'm gonna have my computer here because I need to make sure I give you all the information, and like I said, it's gonna be a split screen. I'm also coming very natural today because I just did not have time. I could not find my makeup. I don't know where it is, so you guys are just gonna have to get this natural beat, okay? So let's get started. So you start off first, and I think this is where I'm probably gonna go ahead and enter in the split screen. But we're gonna go ahead and start off by going to the gsccca.org website. Once again, I'm in Georgia. This could be a different website depending on where you're from, but as far as I know, it's probably gonna be a similar process. So let's just go ahead and get started. So you are going to get to the Notary Public application form, and it's gonna already tell you what the fee is. My fee was $51 is what I paid. I probably need to double check and see my certificate and everything like that. I should probably show you guys my certificate. But yeah, you're gonna scroll down and begin the application process for new appointments or for reappointments. So this is specifically for new appointments. I did all of this within, I will say, about a week. It took me a week to do all of this just because I needed to go a couple places and me dealing with work and everything like that. But it's very, very simple. So don't get freaked out. So let's go ahead and jump back into what I was explaining to everyone. Okay, so what you're going to do is first realize what county you're in. For me, I was in Fulton County. And that's going to determine a lot about where your notary is going to be and things like that. So you go ahead and click where it says click here to begin the web-based application. And you're going to select your county of residence. Like I said, I am specifically in Fulton County. So I'm going to go ahead and click Fulton County, then click next step. After that, it's going to generate a PDF for you. And in order to do that, you just need to enter the 3-digit code that's displayed below. Go ahead, enter that, and then you begin the process. It already has your county that's filled in, and then you're going to go to new application because that's what you're doing. So as you go into new application, you are then going to put in all of your information, your first name, last name, date of birth, your current address, and then an affidavit below saying that it contains the correct information to the best of your knowledge, right? And then when it comes to the endorsements of applicant, right? So you're going to need 2 people that are over the legal age of 18, right? But here's the thing, they need to be in that county and when that you're registering to. Right, so that was initially an issue for me because I had a lot of people that could be my reference, but nobody that was in my county, surprisingly enough, because Atlanta just switches county. I mean, you can be from Fulton, the next thing you know, you're in DeKalb, the next thing you know, you're in Cobb County, and it's just too much. So just make sure that you have someone that is in your county when you do this, because when you go down to the core office, they are going to check and see if they are in your county. Then you're going to go ahead and put your email address, and then you're going to click review the application. After you do all that, I'm going to go ahead and switch screens for you. After you do all that, you're going to get this notary PDF, right? And so this PDF is going to give you the full rundown and description of everything that you're going to need and what you're going to do, right? So you get this, and let's just go ahead and start from the beginning here. It's gonna let me know what actual, where I need to go to complete this full application, and I had to go down to the Superior Court's office in Fulton County. Once again, every county is different, so please check. I even think there's some counties where you don't have to take the exam. The exam is very simple, so do not freak out. And when we're talking about the exam, I'm gonna go ahead and link that in another video because it can get long. But the exam is very simple. They do not want you to fail. So we'll get through that. But let's go ahead. So these are the steps that you need to do. You need to sign your application in section 3A in the presence of a notary public. And I'm just gonna, you know what, let's just scroll down and I'm just gonna show you step by step what I did. So they have all the information for COVID-19 because that's the world that we're living in right now. But if you see, it says effective November 1st, 2018. It's saying that all new people will have to have the training exam and pass with a score of 90%. Like I said, it can be done. It gives you the link to do that. We'll go there in another video, and it's a $10 fee to take that exam, and they give you the study materials that you will need. That's that part. All of this is different if you are an attorney, once again. And FYI, Georgia is an attorney state. So we're gonna go ahead with the new notary commission. So the fee for that, like I said, is $51. You can pay with credit cards, checks, whatever you can. I would just say use a credit card, use a debit card, use cash if you got it. Okay. You need to have your valid driver's license with you. You need to have or a voter's registration card. In addition to that, this is where people start to mess up, and this is where I get messed up too. On this form that you have, on this application, you're still going to have to sign a portion while you're there. But before you do that, there's another part that you're going to need to sign that you're going to have to go to UPS or somewhere and get them to notarize it, or if you already know a notary. We'll scroll down to that section. You will also need to get a background check. That background check, you will get that at the Superior Court's office. That's where you get the background check. You just need to have the money to pay for the background check. And then you will also you need to bring a copy of your notary certificate of completion with a score of 90% or higher. So essentially, when you show up, you need to show up with this application completely filled out. You need to make sure that you have already signed a portion of this application and got it notarized. You need to come with the $51 to pay to become a notary. You also need to come with I believe it's $15 to get your background check. The background check will be done at the Superior Court's office, but you need to make sure that you have that $15 in cash. I don't know why it has to be in cash. It just has to be in cash. They're not taking credit cards or debit cards. You need to have it in cash, okay? So bring the $15, and you need to also come with a printed out certificate of completion. That's what you're bringing, so don't get that confused. As we continue to scroll down here, it's going to the fee for notary, that's for renewal. We're not dealing with renewal. Oh, and of course, bring your driver's license. I didn't think that I needed to say that. So we're gonna go down, and here's the form and the affidavit and a declaration of the applicant. So this is what, and you're gonna go ahead and scroll down where it says endorsements of applicant.
This portion will be auto-filled in, but I blacked it out for privacy.
You're gonna have to actually go meet up with your friend or whoever this person is, these people, because there's two, and you're going to need them to go ahead and sign, saying that, you know, that you have good integrity, good moral character, and things like that. That's what you're doing here in Fulton County. Get those two parts signed. And then at the bottom where it says section 5 and 6, do not do anything with that. Do not fill that out. That is for them to fill out when you actually get to the Superior Court office. So once again, running through this, you are going to go ahead, sign application 3A in the presence of a notary public. Go to UPS, go to FedEx, one of them does it. Then you're going to also have your two people sign this document for you. You are going to take the exam, pass the exam, print out that. You're going to have your money for the background check, and you're going to also have your money to become a notary. That's what you need to do to come here. Bring your driver's license, okay? I think we did that good. That's good. So let's actually start to talk about the process of when I went down there. Like I said, I went down there, I parked in the underground parking deck, and I paid for parking because it's difficult for me to find street parking when I went downtown. I went to the Superior Court office, like I said, very first level. You walk through security, then to your left, you're gonna go ahead and go down to the clerk's office. With that being said, you don't pay to become a notary there. First, which seems so odd, you tell them that you need a background check to become a notary. What they're gonna go ahead and do is take your money, and then they're gonna have you fill out a background check form. After that, you're going to go get yourself on the elevator, Go up to the elevator. Can't remember the floor. Everything has lines and directions there. Sorry. Let me get some water. Okay. After you do that, you're gonna go up to the police area, police department. I don't want to say department, but you go up to that area. You sheriff's, whatever it's called. You're gonna go ahead. My foot fell asleep. You're gonna go ahead and get your background check. You give them the form. They say, okay, wait there for 5 or 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. It wasn't that long. It was like 5 or 10 minutes. They said, okay, we're gonna do this form. You know, you wait there. Then they say, hey, come back up here to the desk. They give you the form saying, this is your background. Like, it's okay, thumbs up, whatever. After that, you're going to go back downstairs and you're going to go to a different part of the Superior Court office with the form still in hand. You go to the actual Superior Court office and you go inside of the area where you become a notary. When you go there, you give them all of your paperwork. Once again, I have written up here what it is that you need. You give that to them. They say, okay, all of these documents are in order. What they do is say, okay, you read the oath, the very one that's at the very bottom. Is it there? Yes, you read the oath again, and then they go ahead and notarize it, and you, voila, are a notary. That's how that works. Then they say, because I'm trying to get this in the right order, then they say you have to go back across the hall and you need to actually pay to become a notary at this point. So you go across the hall, they take the payment there. I know it seems like a lot of back and forth, but the areas that are doing this normally don't take money. You know, these are just regular offices and things like that. You go across the hall to the cashier place and you pay the fee that it was to become a notary. After you do that, you walk back across the hall, right? So we were at one place, voila, we became a notary. We went across the hall to go pay, and then we're going back across the hall right now, like, hey, here's my receipt, I paid. So you give that to them, they're like, okay, great. Then what happens is they give you a certificate, and I'm gonna go get my certificate for you, actually. So this is all of my forms, but they give you, a manual, right? This is upside down, a Notary Public manual. They give you 2 copies of your certificate. One is supposed to go to, like, what would you call it? Like an Office Max, Office Depot or something like that. Where you would go ahead and get your notary seal and stamp and things like that. Some places where they recommend that you take your certificate, that you will get you should frame your certificate because it's cute and you worked hard. You will take this and go give this to them so that you, at the Office Depot or something like that, so you can get your seal. But actually, what I found is that you can actually go online and get it too at other sources. That's what I've heard. But what I've also heard is that you can actually go online and just get it that way if you don't feel like having to go in person to go do, get your notary stamp and things like that. So this is the certificate. Once again, oh, and just remember that how it's written, how you have signed on this certificate and how your name is fully written here, like mine includes my middle name, that's how you need to be signing all of your documents. It needs to match up exactly with what this looks like, okay? And yeah, that's it. So you go back, you go, maybe have you sign like 4 or 5 other documents. You sign 2 certificates, other documents saying, you know, just normal, like I understand what's happening and things like that. I am now Notary Public. They give you a receipt. Here's my receipt for $51 and you're on your way and you are now a notary. I know that was a lot. I hope I did not confuse you. If you have questions, of course, just write it down below. I will love to answer them. Once again, it might be different depending on what your state is, but this is typically the process. Also, like I said, in Atlanta, it's a little bit different because the counties, some counties don't have to go through a lot of these details. I don't know if everybody has to take the exam, but needless to say, you can do this. It's very simple. It really, in a couple of days, you should have this done. You know, it really doesn't take that long. especially with the exam as well. So in another portion, I will go ahead and give you details on the exam and what you need to look for, what you need to do, and how to navigate through that as well. So thank you so much for watching my video. And if you have any questions, please put them below, or any suggestions of anything else that you want to know about. This will also be a series because after this, I did become a loan signing agent because I was like, let's go ahead and continue the process. So I will also have videos on becoming a loan signing agent as well. The process I did and the exam for that portion too, and how I went ahead and got my E&O insurance and all of those kind of things that go with it. Once again, thanks again. This is Shayla here. And if you have any more questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye.